Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build. Today is going to be a very small build and probably the first and only +4 set I'll build on this channel, but the minifigures in this set are fantastic, and this is also a good way for me to bring in another project I've been working on, primarily on Instagram, but you're able to see it typically behind my head. I'm actually doing some quote-unquote construction work back there, so that's why I'm not in the shot right now. Just because there's a lot of construction going on to Barad-dûr and actually that wall. So essentially, you've been able to see, probably for a hot minute now, the Clone Trooper display and the Disney display behind my head. Essentially, this is going to be adding minifigures to it. There's a shop on Etsy that is absolutely fantastic, and he's done now 4 of these minifigure displays for me, and I decided to make this instead of just like a normal review and then I put the minifigures in there, that I'd add a little bit more to it and actually start my Disney display on the channel. Essentially, it fits about 100 plus minifigures, I think, just by looking at it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 100, I would say, probably 75 to 100 depending on how big they are, and it's awesome. I have it kind of arranged specifically, and these guys are going to look perfect. Plus, it has Moana, my absolute favorite Disney movie, aside from maybe Aladdin and Inside Out. But in addition, I mean, we have Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Mickey and Minnie, and Woody, of course. So a very solid minifigure route here. I originally didn't want to spend the $40 for it. However, it went on sale for like 20 bucks for clearance at my local Target. So I said, you know what? Perfect. I don't even need the train. I just want the minifigures. However, that pirate sale is very cool. So I'll probably put the train in my Disney section, just kind of sit it in the background, because I think that's pretty cool. And that's another thing we get to talk about today. This is just the smaller snippet of the Disney minifigure display, and I just completely redid my actual Disney display as well. So it's going to be featuring the mini castle that you just saw recently, and the Palace of Agrabah, and once I rebuild it, because it's been destroyed, is the Up House. So Disney finally has a solid place in my room, and I'm very excited for that. It's going to be awesome. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this LEGO build and the overall LEGO room tour. I will likely not be hyperlapse building this, just because there's going to be a lot more going on here and I don't want to take away from the rest of the video, so I'll be building this off camera most likely, and then just kind of telling you my layout for the future for my Disney display. It is very high up on my wall. It is quite literally about as tall as Hogwarts, so it's going to be probably a little bit of a pain, but hey, you get to see Barad-dûr when it happens, and what's better than that? And then we'll talk about my LEGO display in the future for the Disney self and everything like that. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Helps the channel out a lot. Feel free to check out my Instagram and follow me on there as well. This way you can get some sneak peeks into smaller projects like this. And I've been doing Disney Minifigure of the Week on Instagram, and it's been doing awesome. And then on YouTube, it did well, then better, and then better yet, and then terrible ever since. So no idea. The algorithm apparently doesn't like my shorts since I've gotten monetized, but they love my content more. So hey, it's a fair trade-off for me. I don't like doing shorts anyway. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Now let's get started on this build, folks. Alright everybody, so part 1 of this video is officially done. I built this off camera. If you notice anything is different about my arm, so essentially I built this, or started this video and started this build the day before I left for vacation, and I just didn't have time to finish just this small build. I wanted to make sure I had everything packed, and I had work that day, so I wanted to make sure I had everything good, and this was kind of not my priority. And right before I went on vacation, I got the Maui's Hook Moana tattoo, so very similar to, you know, at least it's in theme with the LEGO Disney minifigure lineup. So if you notice that, hey, I didn't notice that tattoo in a previous video, brand new for this video, so it is pretty cool. And I figured, you know what, it is a Disney build, so at least it does make sense. As for the build itself, it is fantastic. Obviously, it is a 4+ set, so it is going to be pretty basic in terms of the building techniques. Nothing new to write home about there, but the actual train and the minifigures are perfect, especially, I mean, considering I got all this for like 22 bucks, it's awesome. So as for the minifigures, we'll start with Mickey. He does have a little conductor's outfit on here with a little pocket watch and a little name tag on the front, as well as a tie, and some very nice colors and some torso print on the back as well, holding a red balloon. Then we go to the misses. We have Minnie Mouse here with a really cute skirt piece, and of course the polka dot skirt goes into the actual polka dot torso print, and holding a yellow balloon, and has a yellow bow on her head. And you also have a little Disney pin there as well, and she has those little yellow shoes on too. So very, very cool minifigure, and my first Minnie, actually. My third Mickey, I think. In terms of Peter Pan, pretty basic, but we do have some really cool standard torso print for his character, the off shades of lime green into the dark green with some brown tint, and a little telescope as well. And then we do have the singular hair piece with a really cool ear print and the actual hair, hat, slash cap, whatever you would like to call it. Then we move to his partner, Tinkerbell, with some beautiful translucent wing pieces. These are not, these are their own little build. You just slip them on to the back just like you would an armor piece or a beard, anything like that. They're beautiful. I hope they actually fit on the minifigure display. I'm not sure with the depth if they will or not. Holding a little purple balloon, but great torso print, hair, awesome looking character. I love those wings very, very much. They look awesome. Then we do have, down goes Woody. We have the sheriff himself, Woody, of course from Toy Story, has really, really nice torso print there with the sheriff's badge, which actually does have a little bit of a shine to it, holding the guitar, and of course his little pulley in the back for saying there's a snake in my boot, among other things. And he of course has that little bit of a split pants feature, which is going to have the brown boots to the jeans, and like I said, holding a little guitar. The headpiece is going to be hair with the hair hat attached as well. So very nice minifigure there. And last but certainly not least, we have Moana. Very awesome torso and leg print here. She has a dual facial expression, just the same as everybody else. Instead of the normal plastic features, she actually does have more of rubber hair, which is definitely interesting, and has the oar. So very, very cool. Definitely, obviously, one of my favorite Disney movies. When we move on to the actual structures themselves, we do have a little party area here with a cupcake and an actual cake, which has some pretty cool icing feature on it, and of course features a little flag, which I should move up a little bit, and the Mickey Mouse logo. In terms of the train, like I said, nothing very intricate about this, but it is awesome, especially for a 4+ set. You have the little Mickey Mouse conductor here, has the Mickey Mouse logo on the front, and as well as on the side with some sparkles. Then we move to Peter Pan and Tinkerbell's ride, which has the lantern in front, a small anchor, and an awesome pirate flag, which I absolutely adore. Then we move to Woody from Toy Story, which is going to have the sheriff's badge up top. If this was an adult set, it would have been probably a sticker piece for here. They did print it, which is definitely pretty nice, featuring a cactus and a little spinning mechanism here. And then off to the side, we do have Moana's little cart, which is probably my, I want to say my favorite just because of the waterfall feature. However, I think the Tinkerbell and Peter Pan one, just because of that flag, probably win out, which has a really nice waterfall feature, some plant life, a flower on top, a crab, and if you turn it around, actually has a little box, which has, without taking it off, a little 1x1 tile to represent the heart of Tafiti, which the entire movie is about. So very, very cool. I absolutely love this set. I think it is fantastic, especially for the minifigures or anybody that's a Disney collector. It's a really cute set, and especially if you can get it for a deal, it's awesome. I absolutely love it. And, you know, I mean, essentially the set can almost pay for the minifigure. So very, very nice. Now let's show off the actual minifigure display that I've been working on, add these new minifigures in, and then take a look at that whole wall, folks. Alright everybody, so here's the look at the actual custom Disney minifigure display that's going on. Again, I found this off of Etsy, as the same as my Ninjago one, Clone Troopers, and Marvel. This obviously is featuring the Disney castle with the Mickey Mouse logo in the beginning, and in the front. And for now, I have a couple different themes going on for this one. It is going to be original / main Disney characters, so like Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Pluto, etc. We're going to keep that top row for them. For the second row, we're going to have Disney main characters otherwise. So for now, we have Aladdin, Mr. Incredible, Woody, Robin Hood, and Peter Pan. And then we have Disney princesses, which is going to have Jasmine, Moana, Tiana, Pocahontas, and Tinkerbell so far. And then down here, we have probably my favorite class of villains with Jafar, Syndrome, Dr. Facilier, and the Queen of Hearts, which is definitely pretty cool, and she just takes up a lot of space. And then down here we have the Disney sidekicks, which has my absolute favorite Disney character, Genie, and then Chunk from Toy Story 3 and Frozone. So obviously we have 2 more layers on the bottom. If we fill something up, I'll just make a secondary row, or maybe if it's just like random figures that don't necessarily work somewhere, we can put them in down there. But there is a whole lot of space for a whole lot of minifigures, so I'm definitely excited, especially to like do the villains row. I love Disney villains, and that's definitely going to be my favorite row to create. I think it's going to be pretty awesome, but it's really nice building sets like this and being able to add minifigures, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun for me, and hopefully a lot of fun for you guys to follow along. These are huge hits on Instagram as well. I'm so happy that you guys enjoy my minifigure projects like this so much, and I do have like one thing I could potentially do is like do Pixar main characters, Disney main characters. I think that could be a good one eventually to split once I have more characters actually in here. And then I do have Russell, Carl Fredricksen, and Doug from the Upset as well, which you're about to see the Disney display I just put together in one of my bookshelf rows by moving my Dune display up one and removing actually I basically swapped the big Helldivers display with the Disney display, but I'll be showing that off to you guys in 1 second. But I did want to just show you kind of the start to this custom project, and I'm really excited to keep it going. I think it's going to look awesome, and I have a lot more ideas, not just for Disney, but a whole bunch of themes going around the Lego room. So replacing a lot of my old displays with new ones, it's very exciting. Now let's take a look at the actual custom Disney display that I'm working on, and then we'll finish up this video, everybody. Alright, sorry, a little wobbly there. I haven't used my stabilizer in probably a month. I haven't done a lot of walking around the room projects, so hopefully it's not too wobbly here, but hopefully the stabilizer is going to work out. I do have a little puck light kind of showing everything off here, but we obviously do have that villainous row that I've been talking about. I want to collect all the Disney sets and kind of put them in the background, as well as a couple Disney collectibles from either the parks or just throughout the rest of my life. We have a couple Lorcana books in the background and a couple decks I'm working on as well. In the background we have some Disney coins from the parks from when I was a kid. Up front we do have Mickey from the current set that we just built. Decided to not put him on that display just because I don't need 3 Mickeys right in a row. We have the mini Disney castle, which we built a couple days ago, a couple days for you guys, a couple weeks for me. One of my absolute favorite things in my whole office, which is a very old Steamboat Willie snow globe, another Lorcana book, and the little Palace of Agrippa, part of that mini scale. For here is probably going to be the Up House. I have it in a bag just because I kind of destroyed it when I remodeled the city. And in the background we do have that Disney train we just finished. Up top we have a little Steamboat Willie Hot Wheel, little hot rod, and on the other side we have the actual Steamboat Willie little ship. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another build and another project. I like doing little small stuff like this, which is easy build, going into a custom display and setting up some cool stuff for the future. And then as for Dune, it's still kicking. I want to really downsize that display. It's just so hard to find a spot for that awkwardly shaped ship, so we'll see. And then underneath that we do have the ongoing custom Battle of Geonosis, so we'll get there. We have so many started projects. I definitely need to start finishing some stuff, but I really do like how much Disney is taking over a little bit from my office, and it's definitely exciting. So we got some board games, some trading card games, some Legos, and a lot more stuff going on in the background too. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Follow me on Instagram to follow for more updates and small projects like this. Get a little bit of a sneak peek. For instance, some of these projects will be done a month in advance before they come to YouTube, before they edit it and everything. So it is pretty cool to get people excited for the projects and then actually complete them on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Helps the channel a lot, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.